Hey YouTube, it's me, Bruno98. I went to take apart my laptop and didn't go as planned. Some stuff kind of definitely got in the way. There's a bunch of clips like in the center of the board that hold the top and the board and the bottom all together. So like unless I want to risk really damaging my computer, it's definitely not smart trying to take this thing apart. I know for a fact I broke 2 screws on that hold the plastic to the DVD drive's top. And yeah, I snapped a couple clips, I think. But I'm going to show you guys me putting it back together as best as I can. Oh shit, the camera's like heavy as shit. This one will fall. And the screen's got like an accelerometer built in or something. And it realizes when it's flipped. This is the best view I'm going to be able to get you guys unless I back it up a little bit. Oh snap. Okay. I can't see the screen all that well, and I know for a fact you guys aren't getting a super great picture. But yeah, this was pretty much entirely based on some Phillips head screws, and I tried to put them all in a place where I could get and realize where they go. I do remember where most of them go, but a lot of them are all the same size, so I don't think it should be too hard. Now I'm screwing back in this, which holds the top on, and I think I may have broke this clip, so that's what I'm thinking. Because this screw just screws on forever, and it's like a tiny screw, so yeah, I think I'd probably snap that one. Okay, so yeah, we've got one screw that's to the panel that holds this on. I got the 4 hard drive screws, and then I got the screws that go all around the plate here. So yeah, any flathead will do, or not flathead, Phillips head, but a magnetized one is recommended, so you don't lose your screw trying to put it all together or taking it apart. I mean, it's not too hard to get apart if you. I never looked up manuals on how to take this apart, so I just did it on the whim because I was tired of the thing feeling like it's overheating. Well, yeah, it's really dusty inside, or at least what I could see of the inside. So I just took out all the screws that were mainly marked XB, and then I took out what else I may have needed. I need 2 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. And that's my iPod on the dock. That's the only way I can get sound out of it. So let's do the dock. I would let you guys hear some music. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna have to go see what my dad is calling for. I believe this is a screw. I hope. Looks like a place that a screw should be. I'll be right back, guys. Yes, I will fast forward. Okay, guys, I'm back. Let me count the remaining screw holes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 5. God dang it. I got 4 hard drive screws. You know what? I think one screw was missing anyways. No, it's right there. That sound or the card there. Dang it. I think I'll put in this one and not this one. Yes, it seems very unorganized. That's because it is. Don't over tighten any of the screws, no matter what computer you're working on, because you can end up stripping them. I'm gonna do these now. This one I'm going to have to sit down, where I have to go. Okay. Now this really is amazing. Your whole life can be dependent on one of these. Or on any computer for that matter. Well, not your whole life, but a lot of your life. I mean, it really is amazing how things have changed since the 80s and the 90s. Even though I wasn't alive until 1998, it is amazing. And of course I've studied up on computers and things of that nature, so. By the way, if you guys want to know, I'm storing all my screws in an iPhone 4 box. My dad may be upgrading his phone soon, so that means I will get his iPhone 4 to replace my iPod Touch. And I have a friend who has a Dell XPS quad-core computer he's going to be selling for $200 or thereabouts. And my dad contacted him and said we'll be interested in buying it once we get some money that we can go out and buy a $200 computer with. Anyways, that's one of the hard drive candy screws, so that's good. It'll be nice because it's got a 512 megabyte, I believe it's an NVIDIA graphics card. So that means I'll be able to play Half-Life 2 and Gary's Mod and all that. It's a Core 2 quad processor. I'm not sure if it's overclocked or not. It does support RAID 1, I believe. I think. I'm not sure exactly. I'll have to look back up at the specs. But, you know, if I can get it, I'll be very happy. I have a gaming desktop. I'll have a desktop again. That's one thing I really want. Again, is a desktop computer. Because I've used a laptop now for near 2 years. And they're just not all that they're cracked up to be. I'm going to have to replace the batteries real quick, guys. I'll be right back. It's going to be broken anyways. So here we go. All we've got to put in now is the hard drive, the cover, and the battery. I wish I would have gotten an extra 4 gigs of RAM. Oh, by the way, that XPS I was telling you about, it does have 8 gigs of RAM too. But I don't know, don't get your hopes up. I just really need another computer. Otherwise I was going to get a Power Mac G5, which would have been really awesome, but really underpowered for what I need it to do. I'm sure I could do video editing and everything, but I game, and this machine is okay if you optimize it, but Windows 8 on it really sucks when for optimization of gaming, which is why I think I may back up all my videos and stuff. And like, no, I really can't. I got my movie editor and stuff backed up, but all my music and stuff off of this. Not sure yet. But isn't it amazing that your whole life could be stored on this? Well, maybe not this one. This one's only 320 gigabytes, but it served me well. I got like 80 gigs left or something on it. At that point, I always feel like, oh shoot, it's low, but I lived with an 80 gig hard drive. In fact, I may be able to find it and actually show you. I have some old videos of a Sony PCB RX 310. We no longer have the computer. It died from the internal video or integrated video card on it dying out. So pretty much, what we really would have had to done is replace the processor, and that would have just been a little bit too much to worry about. I wonder how if I would have put an i3, how much the performance would have went up, but it probably would have needed a new motherboard. It was an old computer. It had an Asus motherboard though, believe it or not. So essentially, my Asus computer is internally similar to my old Sony computer, considering the motherboard and everything. I know I'm rambling on, but it's my video, and I gotta do something while I'm putting this back together. I know you're not really seeing anything, but I am aligning the screws into the holes of the hard drive mount to tie in with the rest of the machine and tightening it up. I guess I can flip this around so I can see what I'm doing better. So yeah, this has 4 gigs of RAM on the motherboard. So you'd end up having to put another, or a 4 gig stick if the one on the board was to ever die out. So bit of warning for you. Okay, well, no, I think in my video where I was taking apart the monitor stand for a better reading environment, which I kind of realize now isn't really a better reading environment. It's just a different way to angle your monitor. But hey, I was like, what? I think I was 13 at the time, because I finally got my YouTube account. Yeah, there we go, 320 gigabytes installed. I wanted to get an SSD for this, but at this point in time, it's just a little bit of a pipe dream there, and then I end up replacing the DVD drive. So yeah, I don't know, because I'd have to replace the DVD drive to put in well, I really couldn't do that because I couldn't get the freaking thing entirely apart. Now what happens is we put on this molded piece of plastic that acts as a guard here. Notice it also has perfect ventilation for that extra stick of RAM. No ventilation for the hard drive really, but whatever. Also, I broke one of the guards here, so that's why there's 4 screws there, because one of them would have went through this. But yeah, all we gotta do is line that up, slide it forward, make sure the sound card is properly seated in there. Then we take the one screw that I have to hold this piece on. Oh crap! And yeah, let's put that in. We tighten it. Goes tightened. Okay. Here we go. Now what we're gonna do, I have to lift the camera up a bit. Hello. Well, shoot. That should a clip either go flying or... Anyways, what we're going to do now, if I can lift the camera, position it properly, is put in the battery. And there we go. Entirely. In fact, it no longer rattles, so one of those screws were loose. Oh well. I got a little bit of rattle, but that's from that one that won't seat properly. I have to continue snapping all that stuff back together. Okay, let's put back together that second iPod box, my brother's iPod box, because he said I could put it on my desk. So, got 2 iPod boxes, an iPhone 4 box with a knockoff Apple. Well, I don't know. It's a wall charger that looks similar to Apple's, but nowhere near it says Apple or anything, so. And now put all that back together so I can put that back on my shelf. We will see if my computer will boot up now. So we're gonna back the camera up, adjust the computer. Whoa, frick. Anyways, now is loading into Windows 8. I'll readjust the computer. Ooh, that feels kind of loose. Okay, let's erase the password here. Getting good tactile feedback on the trackpad. Trackpad, well, aside from the 2-finger scrolling until I go into the desktop, it's working. And there's the nasty interface. I don't really have too much of a problem with it, but yeah. So there you go, guys. That's kind of me back together, putting it back together. Twitter notifications. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm Brono98. Hopefully I'll figure out how to get a better lighting set up in here. Peace out.